Hey there, guys. This is Bobby, and over there, that's Stephy Steph, and together we are Between Two Teeth. We are in front of a medieval castle.
Yeah.
And it made me think about change. A lot of time has passed since this was first put in use. We are somewhere in Tuscany right now.
Yes.
I want your opinion on change.
Right. For instance,
When someone says change, what do you think?
So a couple different things. We were going to dinner today, and our initial plan was to take a taxi, and we had to be adaptable and change up plans because it's a Sunday, and in Italy, people enjoy their Sundays. They don't work too much, and so we couldn't find a taxi driver that could taxi us in. We talked about walking, and then we also talked about taking the motorcycles, but we were all dressed up in dinner clothes, and so we had to change plans very quickly in order to get here.
And be adaptable.
And it's important to be adaptable because otherwise you don't get to see things like this if you're not adaptable. And also, you want to protect your emotions, and it's good not to get amygdala hijacked by those things. If you can accept change, there's a famous, not a parable, but like a story about when water flows through a river and it meets a rock, it doesn't move the rock. It rolls around the rock and keeps going, and it reaches its destination.
Does that tie into the obstacle is the way?
Yeah, it does.
I love that book. Ryan Halliday.
Ryan Halliday does a very
talks
great
about
job.
The Stoics. We are in Italy. We've been talking a lot about Seneca, Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
I like that concept. I'm glad you mentioned amygdala hijacking. During my MBA training, that's one of the items that really stuck out to me, and it's something that I've shared with a lot of people.
Right.
If you don't know what it is, look it up. There's some great videos that talk about amygdala hijacking.
It's basically emotion that develops when your expectations do not meet reality.
And when you can't control what your actions are.
And that's the hijacking part.
That's the hijacking part. And if you can prevent that from happening in yourself, if you can prevent that happening in others, it makes life a whole lot easier.
And one of the teachings of the Stoics, since we have brought them up, is to guard against the amygdala hijacking by reframing is a great tool to use. Another tool for instance, say we had to go on the motorcycles instead of getting a taxi, say that made me so mad. I was preoccupied. I couldn't enjoy ice cream or dinner or being here.
I just see you're frustrated. I label it and I say, oh, you look like you must be very angry about what's happening.
And a reframing, so that's labeling.
Labeling, yes.
Labeling is a great technique, saying, I'm just angry. And once you name it, it's great. Reframing would be, oh my gosh, how could I be upset? I'm in a beautiful area. We're having a beautiful dinner with beautiful people, and why would that make me? Why am I unlucky, or what do I have to be upset about with that?
Trying to figure out how to be flexible.
Try to be
how are you going to make it work?
Flexibility.
Be adaptive will be a life changer for sure. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
You're very wise.
Oh, I don't think so.
You are very wise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
We say wheezy.
Don't know what that means? No, you just...
Yeah, I did that.
She's been making up all these Italian names for things that just keep...
Right now, what we're doing, I'm going to describe the view for you guys. It's a gorgeous sunset. We can see clouds in the distance. It rains on and off here like crazy, especially in the mountains. And we're seeing a mountain range. The first part of our adventure was in another mountain range.
Well, let's just turn.
The Alps.
You keep describing it. Maybe we turn. I know the sun is setting, but we might as well show them.
I know, we might as well show them.
Yeah.
And the reason is because pictures, even though I'm going to do a plug for the Hero 10.
GoPro Hero 10.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, but the reason I'm describing it...
Unpaid promotion. We'd like to be paid.
There's something to guided imagery, and we were listening to a meditation piece today. I don't know if the hotel put it out or whatnot, but it was phenomenal. And what guided imagery does is it guides you through using what you might smell. So if I was using guided imagery for the sunset, I might say I smell pine needles and the wind hitting my face, and the sun's a little bright in my eyes, so I have to squint, and I feel my face kind of crinkle up. The exploding the moment is what we would call it if I was writing. And that kind of style, guided imagery, is cathartic and it's peaceful because it can it can hyper focus you and take you to an experience that it was completely your own. Most people have experienced a sunset, so they can go there in their own mind, and that's what guided imagery is supposed to do.
And the mind's probably one of the most powerful things on Earth, for sure.
It absolutely is. We're learning more and more about that every day.
Well, we're going to keep trying to figure out the mind.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks for listening, y'all. Please hit the subscribe.